So hello guys, welcome to Romkart. Today in this video I will install and review an Android 15 custom ROM on my Realme 6i Indian unit, and it's also supported for Realme 6, Realme 7, Narzo 20 Pro and Narzo 30 4G. And yes, it's not supported for Realme 6 Pro, Narzo 20 and Narzo 30 5G. So these devices are not supported. So let's get started. So first of all, we need a custom recovery, and currently you can see I am on Realme UI and I have Realme UI recovery installed. So first of all, we need to make sure that the latest custom recovery, which is PBRP 4.0 official, is installed on your Realme RM685 devices, which includes Realme 6, 6i, Realme 7, Narzo 20 Pro and Narzo 30 4G. So I don't have that installed on my device. So first of all, I will flash the PBRP 4.0 recovery on my Realme 6. And before proceeding, if you are installing it on your Realme 7, Narzo 20 Pro or Narzo 30 4G, make sure to downgrade it to Realme UI 2.0 because this ROM is based on Realme UI 2.0. So if you are in Realme UI 3.0, the ROM will not be flashed or you may get various issues. So before proceeding to install this ROM on your Realme 7, Narzo 20 Pro or Narzo 30 4G, make sure to downgrade your device to Realme UI 2.0. So let's do that first. So to flash the recovery, I am using my laptop and I will connect it to my phone, and you can also use another Android for that, and you will have to use Bug app and the fast boot shell. So for flashing the recovery, I am using my PC. I will connect a data cable to connect them, and the first thing you will need is the pitch black recovery zip file, and this is for my device which is Realme 6. If you have Realme 7 or any other Narzo device, then make sure the recovery is compatible. I have downloaded the compatible recovery. The next file you will need is the VBmeter. So for VBmeter, I will type hashtag VBmeter in my group and I will get the VBmeter image for Realme 6, 6i, Realme 7, Narzo 20 Pro and Narzo 30 4G. So I have this in my folder. So I will copy this file to my desktop for easy access. So first of all, we need to extract the PBRP 4.0 image, and also before that, make sure that the platform tools is downloaded. This is the platform tools folder. You will easily get this folder in Google. Just type platform tools, and in the first option you will get Android developers site. You have to download according to your device. In my case it's Windows, so I have downloaded it for Windows and I have extracted it, and you will get something like this inside the folder. And besides this, you will also need the ADB driver installed on your device, and I have discussed all of it in this video. And the third thing is the developer options. So first of all, go to version and tap on the build number for 6 to 7 times until you see you are now a developer. Then go to additional settings, developer options, and turn on the USB debugging. In my case it is turned on. Then in your PC type cmd and then type ADB devices, and in my case I have already configured my device with my PC, that's why there is no window. And in your case you will see a window like allow USB debugging, then you will have to tick and allow it. Now I will enter ADB reboot bootloader, and also you will need an unlock bootloader. So now my phone will reboot into bootloader. Now I will type fast boot devices, and here's an error. I will just simply ignore it. So my phone is now in fast boot. I will enter fast boot devices and you can see the serial number. So in fast boot, just type fast boot flash recovery, then just move this window to the right side. So after fast boot flash recovery and space, go to the folder. You need the recovery image. Just simply drag and drop the file and hit enter, and just ignore this because the file was already selected. You have to click on the CMD window and hit enter. The recovery will be flashed now. When the recovery is flashed, cut this window and type fastboot flash VBmeter, then drag and drop the VBmeter file again just like the recovery image. Now type fastboot reboot recovery. Now the phone will boot into pitch black recovery mode, and in this installation make sure you have backup of all your data like photos, videos, WhatsApp, etc., because we will have to remove everything. And you can see pitch black recovery 4.0 is booted on my device, and in yours it will also boot like this if you do it correctly. Now I will use an external storage because in the latest recovery the internal storage is not supported in the Realme UI, not in custom ROM. Custom ROM it easily works. So flashing the recovery is done. Now I will just disconnect the data cable and the work in our PC is done. So I will quickly get my flash drive or pen drive, whatever you say. So I will connect my flash drive or pen drive, whatever you say, and I have the ROM zip in the pen drive. Now I will go to install and select the USB OTG, and you can see the files of my USB OTG are shown here, and I have the ROM zip right here. So you have to simply flash it. So I will click on it and simply flash it. And in Realme UI you may get some errors like this, just ignore them. But in custom ROM, if you are already in Android 13 or 14 custom ROM, there will be no such errors like this. So simply ignore them and wait until the ROM zip is flashed. And here's a big thanks for official PBRP who made this ROM for Realme 6, 6i, Realme 7, Narzo 20 Pro and Narzo 30 4G, because we really needed Android 15 for our device, and at a time it was just unimaginable that our device will also get Android 15. And not only official PBRP made an Android 15 build, our Go Far Away, who is also a developer, has just released an Android 15 build of a ROM. I don't remember right now, but I may review that also if you show your support in this video. And you can see the ROM is YAAP, which is yet another AOSP project. That is the name of the ROM. So the ROM is successfully flashed. Now I will go to home, go to YAAP, format data, type yes. So here's how the data is formatted. That's why I said to back up all your data. Now in Realme UI you will get errors like this. So I will simply reboot to recovery to properly format data, otherwise it may give some errors. And guys, if you get any issues like boot loop etc., you will still have access to the fast boot mode, so don't panic. You will easily be able to flash every file from the fast boot mode. So you can see this time we don't have any error and the formatting just completed. Now I will click on reboot system, and in first boot it will take some time, like 3 to 4 minutes or more. And for Android 15 I actually don't know how much time does it take, so let's just wait. And you can see the logo of YAAP, which stands for yet another AOSP project, and this is an Android 15 build. So again, let's wait for a few minutes until it boots. And currently we don't need our pen drive or flash drive, so I will just remove it.
One eternity later.
So guys, you can see the ROM has booted successfully and the setup screen is here, and it's just like Android 14. So I will quickly set up this ROM. So I will connect to my Wi-Fi and just set up it. So here's the first look of Android 15 for Realme RM685 devices. So let's just simply observe what are the changes. So in first look it kinda looks like Android 14, and we have Google widget, and the quick setting looks kinda similar to Android 14. And let's see what we have in the tiles. And currently it may lag because I am setting up the ROM. So these are the tiles that we get, and I think these are just like Android 14. We have USB OTG from Sionic Lab, and thermal sensors etc. all are from Sionic Lab because this build is by official PBRP. And in buttons we get the settings button right here, and the BCR is currently stopping, and we get the running apps just like Android 14, and we get the power menu. Now moving to the app drawer. The app drawer looks similar to Android 14. And first of all, let's change the gestures. Let's change the navigation to gestures, and we currently don't have 2-button navigation. And if we long press, the Google search is working, and I don't think it's circle to search, so let's ignore this for now. Now let's get to the settings. We have the previous screen preview, You can see when you do this, we get a look of the previous screen. Moving to the system, we get keyboard gestures, YAAP updater, status bar, quick settings, and developer option, and we have miscellaneous. So first of all, let's go to about phone. Now in about phone, we get the Android version and the build date. So we have YAAP, Android version is Android 15, and the Easter egg is kind of similar to Android 14, and the haptics are working fine, and you can see the game is very similar to Android 14, and the kernel is 4.14.352 neural kernel. We have IP address, MAC address, etc., just like Android 14. Then in the system, we get languages, keyboard gestures, etc., and we get some extra options like quick setting and miscellaneous, and we get reset options and developer just like Android 14. So in status bar, we get network traffic display. This is the network traffic indicator, I guess, and you will get some options to customize this. Then we have location access indicator, icons, battery style, show percentage, show percent inside. Now in the miscellaneous, we get advanced reboot and backup transport. But even we have advanced reboot, if you use the advanced reboot to reboot into recovery, the AOSP recovery will boot. So it's better to use the recovery mode from the kernel SU app. And yes, we have kernel SU support in this ROM. Not in the ROM, it's basically added by official Pewtoid in this build. So I will download the kernel SU app, the latest one, and simply install it by allowing this window. Now if I open it, you can see it's working, the latest kernel SU, and you can install any modules from here. Now getting back to the settings, we have Sionic Lab just like other builds of Pewtoid. We have performance mode, thermal services, CPU governors, CPU both for little and big cluster, the scheduler mode, log GPU frequency, debugging disabler, TCP congestion, OTG, FPS info, and the FPS info is the old one. Then we have engineering mode, which is working fine, you can see. Now in the Google, it will redirect you to this window where you will get recommended services and all services. And then we have digital well-being and parental controls. Then we have password and safety and emergency, and you can see the previous screen preview kinda looks cool. Then we have the location and the security and privacy. And security and privacy, we have private space, more security privacy options, and of course we get the screen lock with fingerprint, and the face unlock is not currently available. Then we have accessibility, and accessibility we have all the options similar to Android 14. We have flash notification, which will look like this. When you get a call, the flash will blink, and you can also turn on the screen flash. Moving to the other settings, we have wallpaper and style, and in wallpaper and style we don't get a new UI. The UI is similar to Android 14, but we get all the options that we used to get in Android 14. Then in display, we get all the options like Android 14 and some extra options like theming settings. For theming settings, you can choose any style. We have tint background. Then the colors, you can change the color accuracy because we get the RGB color space. Then we have color contrast. You can turn on high contrast text. You can simply notice the difference. The difference is very noticeable. Then we have ambient display. From here you can turn on the ambient display, so when you pick up the phone, the screen will be turned on. Then we have dark theme, and you have black background, so it looks so cool. Let's use it in dark mode. So now we get the sound and vibration. In sound and vibration, this is the UI, and we have these options: the vibration and haptics, notification vibration pattern, alarm sound, etc. And you can also customize the vibration pattern. And in battery, in storage, we get this UI. You get the Android 15 system usage, then the temporary system files, and in battery we get the battery usage and then the battery saver, battery manager, and battery information. And the battery information is not working just like Android 14 builds. Then we have the notifications. In notification we again get the flash notification. Then we have peak notification, blink flashlight for incoming calls. Then we have the apps. In apps we have special app access, and you can customize the actions for each and every application. Then in connected devices you get this UI similar to Android 14. Then we have internet connectivity check. You can choose any of these. Then we have private DNS, and we have SIMs and internet. And the UI is similar to Android 14. So yeah, this is it for the settings. And if you lock and unlock, the animation is slowed down in Android 15. And the recent style in YAAP looks like this. And I don't think it is currently on 90 Hz. So let me go to the display settings and see. So it is actually on 90 Hz, but maybe because it's setup time the system is quite laggy. So this is the UI, and we get this launcher, and the settings are kinda similar to old builds. And during the setups you may get like system UI restarts like this and lags, but when the setup will be done there will be no lags. And you get folders like Android 14 and a new animation. In widgets we get the old UI, and in wallpaper style we get the similar UI that we get in the settings. And we get the lineage camera in this ROM, and the lineage camera is definitely working fine. You can see also all the sensors are working, as this is based on Realme UI 2.0, but the frame rate is still 30 fps. And talking about other apps, we get the BCR for call recording. To turn on BCR you have to allow everything. First of all you have to turn on the call recording and disable battery optimization. Then after doing these settings you can change the output format to AAC, and then you can simply call anyone to see if it's working or not. So I will quickly call customer care, and you can see the BCR is not working, I guess. So this was a short installation and review. If you want a detailed review with the gaming, then just comment below. I will make a detailed review with the gaming and the performance test. And make sure to subscribe to this channel if you are not done yet. So yeah, this is it for this video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to this channel and make sure to like this video. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.